Hello, hello, crafty peeps. Welcome back to my channel, Crafty-ish-kristyn. Today, we are going to have ourselves a little WIP&chatty rant. What is a WIP&chatty rant? You may be asking yourself. WIP, W-I-P, stands for work in progress. And a chatty rant is me chatting and ranting about the goings-on in my life over the past week or so. Today, my WIP is still SpongeBob and Patrick. It is called, what is it called? I can't remember. Best Friends Under the Sea. I knew that. And it is 18 inches by 13 inches or 45.6 centimeters by 32.9 centimeters. And no, I don't know that off the top of my head because it's written on the side of the canvas. I have this little section left to do. Not much diamond painting has been happening this past week. So I would love to finish this in a timely manner. I have not made any progress on the Last Supper. I have just been working on this and packing and, vacationing and all that. We will get into all that. My other supplies. Bee's Crafty Corner release papers. Love, love, love. I have my exclusive Poolside Pippy release papers as well. And then all these holographic cutie pies as well. We have our Ephemera 3D. We have the Deep 6 tray. Galactic Alien Putty. I mean, seriously, I've had this for 4 months and this is how much I've used. And I use this in all my pens. So, love. We have a pen from Jim's Handmade Pens on Etsy. I have a very, very old glue dot and glue dot strip in this. This is what I use for my ABs. And this is a pen I had custom made from KnS, I think it's Custom Pens, not sure, with Poolside Pippy as well. All the links will be in the description box. And Poolside Pippy sticker, Google Doc is listed below. They are free if you want one. And I have some left, but I'm getting ready for the next sticker thing. Yeah. Words are hard. Words are hard. So before we get into this, I actually have some Happy Mail. So I'm going to push, that was the drills on the case. That was not me farting. Aside. And Duncan, you gonna help me? He's staring at me. Whoopsie. Okay, so I did open this just because I didn't want to struggle on camera. But I will struggle on camera with the box. You're welcome. And, oh my gosh, it's an Amazon gift card. That is so sweet. It says, enjoy your gift, just something to make you smile, and a gift card to order something for the kids. Just looked, packages coming 7/12 from Zelda Earl, and that is your YouTube name, I am assuming. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. Never expected to get anything, guys. I'm just saying that right now. Okay, this thing is massive. I opened up the locker at the post office and I was like, holy moly. And I picked it up and I was like, what on earth is that? And my husband has a guess. And he said, it sounds like liquid. I was like, what kind of liquid would anyone send me? That seems weird, right? Like, is it, okay, could you not lick my hand while I'm doing this, cat? I was like, I don't know, man. I think you're full of it, so. Oh, no. Dang it, he was right. I hate when he's right. This is amazing. This is amazing. Dr. Pepper, creamy coconut, 0 sugar. Holy moly, this is like, this made my stressful weekend worth it. Oh my gosh. I am assuming this is from Zelda as well. If not, please let me know if you are the sender. I am going to go hide this so no one else even attempts to drink it. Duncan, no, you do not get my creamy coconut. Oh, he just wants the plastic. He can have that. Look, it's a present for him too. Thank you so much. I have been portioning out the one pack I have of creamy coconut left because I can't find it anywhere. This is amazing. Okay, Duncan. No, 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 thank you. No, thank you. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna move this all, and then we're gonna get started. I will be right back. Okay, I am back. That took a little bit longer because I had to open the box and put one in the back of the refrigerator. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, it's like Christmas in July right now. Oh, so excited. Isn't it nice when you can just be excited about something really small like that? Those are the best things. Before I forget, I hope everybody is doing well and amazing. And if you're not, I hope it gets more amazing or better for you. Oh, it is warm outside. And I'm wearing this long sleeve shirt because something from this weekend did not agree with my skin. And now I have a bunch of weird like bumps on my arm. So we're just covering those up right now. I'm pretty sure it was sunscreen or just the fact that we ate crap for 4 days straight. Probably one of those things. So first thing on my list of discussion topics is that I posted a video and I did an unbagging from Diamond Art Gift. And I did not realize when I did that was the same company that two fellow YouTube creators had issues with a canvas with. So Mushy at Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting, and I will list them both in the box. Everything's going to be in the box, guys, and if it's not, just ask. And Eileen over at Diamond Crafts with Eileen, or Eileen's Diamond Crafts. Sorry, I'm going to butcher everything today. They both did the same canvas and both had issues with running out of drills, missing drills, just, yeah. And both of them were not treated very kindly by customer service, or they just were ignored by customer service. So I am not recommending that you shop with Diamond Art Gift, and I will not be unbagging anything from them in the future because customer service is important. And if you're going to say that you offer support to the customers, if there's a problem with the canvas or you're missing drills and you're not going to follow through with that promise, then that is not something that I want to promote. So I just wanted to address that because there are plenty of other budget-friendly companies out there that have better customer service than that. And if you want more information, you can go to Mushy's Facebook group for Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting, and she has emails between her and the company. Yes, so while it's not technically my experience, I trust these amazing ladies, and I don't think they would lie about their experience. So do with that what you want, and maybe you've had amazing experience, but you know what? I am not gonna play with that fire. I think I messed up right there. It's fine. It's fine, guys. I'm gonna mess up. It's fine. It's all blue. It's blue. So there is that. I have not made any progress on pretty much anything this week. I have not worked on The Last Supper. I've been focusing on Mr. SpongeBob here. And I did work on a few of the Mini Dazzles makeup kit that I unboxed and kitted up on Friday's video. And I gotta say, I like all the special drills. I like that it's all fairy dust. I was worried it would take away from the image and make the fairy dust areas, less special. But because there's so few diamonds on some of those, that it doesn't take away from it at all. I did find it slightly humorous, though, because there are several of the pictures where there is only one diamond of a color on the entire canvas. And because those, the drills come in 6 packets, so 6 different packets for the 6 different canvases, that means I got a whole bag of drills for one diamond, which I'm not complaining about because I love fairy dusts, but it just kind of seems unnecessary and a little wasteful. But I understand why they probably did it, because if you were just going to take one with you, then you wouldn't want to have the drills for a bunch of canvases that you're not doing. So I see it from both sides. But bonus is that I'm going to have a bunch of extra fairy dust drills. Why does my voice sound... Now I feel like I'm just clearing my throat. Great. Fan-freaking-tastic. All right, next. So Mushy and I are hosting an event together, and we did settle on January just for calendar purposes, really. And so the event is going to be black and pink. And while we have not sat down and, formally hashed out all of the nitty-gritty details, we did. We got the important stuff done. Guys, we made a graphic. Well, we didn't make the graphic. We had Galaxy the Alien Queen, and I will list in the description box down below for her Facebook page. We made like a, what do you call it? Where are the words? We made like icons of ourselves, basically. So I will put that up on screen somewhere. So I'm sure you can tell which bear is me, obviously, and which one is Mushy, because I am not a murderer. But that was fun. I should have probably been doing like adult stuff, but that was funner. So we have a graphic. That's exciting. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna do that. I hope I'm not doing that the whole time. But yeah, so I think, what we're kind of thinking, it's going to be very chill. It's not going to be a very high, I almost said high impact. It's going to be a high impact event. No. It's going to be low key and low stress, right? We need low stress. And so the only really requirement I think we're going to have is that your canvas have some black and some pink. And even then, if, maybe it doesn't have black, but it has 939 or, dark brown, dark gray, it's close enough. So more details to come when we actually, can figure that out. But we have a cool graphic. So go us. Go us. Go us. All right. There is that. Okay. I swear I can diamond paint straight. It's just with my camera above me and I'm worried I'm going to hit my head on it. I am a mess. I'm a mess. It's fine. Let's see. So while we were, I swear, Friday, I had Amazon here, I had UPS here, I had FedEx here, the post lady was here. It was a very busy day for deliveries. And some of those deliveries were diamond painting related. So I had one delivery that came in a black bag, very dark. And then I had UPS come with my Orloa paintings, but the UPS guy was apparently in a big hurry, so he did not wait for my mother to come to the door, and he left a note on the door saying that my paintings were going to be delivered to the UPS store. I was like, no, because they needed a signature, which, is that a thing with Orloa? I have not had a lot of things that actually require signatures get delivered to me over the years. When I ordered a brand new Mac computer That didn't even need a signature, but $100 worth of diamond paintings needs a signature. Like, okay, all right, UPS. And I don't know if that's UPS or that's Orloa requiring the signatures. I don't know, but I did get them today, and luckily there was no line at the UPS store, so that was exciting. What else? What else? I gotta look at my list because I don't trust my brain. Oh, and I have a painting coming from Erin's Diamond Addiction. That will be here later this week. So that's exciting. What else? Ooh, there's that. Probably going to have to open up another section, but for now, we're just going to work in a small section. Lots of color blocking. That's all one color. Put that one. I mixed up 2 of my mini dazzles while I was trying to diamond paint in the hotel. Luckily, they were not completely the same color, so that was great. That was great. Okay. So we went to the ocean and we survived. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We left early Friday morning, and luckily it wasn't too loud 4th of July at our house, even though fireworks are illegal. Okay. Yeah. There were still plenty of big old bangs, and I was trying to figure out, why do I not like fireworks so much? And I think it's the unpredictability of the sounds that throws me off. So, like, I'm sensitive to sound anyway. We'll talk about that. And I think it's just the factor of the booms or the explosions. It's not a consistent sound, right? So when you're listening to music, there's a beat, there's a rhythm. You kind of know what's going to happen. You know, you're like, yep, it's gonna, make a drum noise, or it's gonna be a tune. But fireworks are just kind of sporadic and they catch you off guard. And I think that's why I don't like them, because it make me jump and flinch because there's no warning, and then all of a sudden, why won't these line up nice? What am I doing wrong? I'm sure it's me. There's no warning. It's just all of a sudden you hear this loud explosion. So I think that's why I don't like fireworks. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm going with today. So we had all of our stuff packed for the most part. You know, just the early morning things you have to do when you're going somewhere. Like, you gotta pack, the rest of your bathroom stuff. You have to make sure, everybody flushes the toilets before you leave. Spoiler alert, somebody peed and did not flush. You got to make sure the garbage is taken out. Make sure the cats have fresh water. Make sure this, make sure that, blah, 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 blah. Well, my husband is one of those people who, if you have a bag sitting anywhere near the front door, he assumes that bag is ready to go and it needs to be in the car. So my bags kept disappearing. And I know he does this. Like, it's not my first rodeo with him. But I kept saying, okay, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. Don't take my bag. Okay. But I would put the bag down and then I would remember something. So I would go grab it and my damn bag would be gone. So then I got to start a new bag. Then you don't remember if you actually packed something or not, because it's not in the bag that you just packed, because it's already in the car. So he finally, he knows I don't like that, and he still does it because in his brain he's got to, pack everything in, and he's got a certain way he's packing everything in. And I totally get it, but it's like, I am not ready for you to pack my bag. Don't put it in the car. Don't put it in the car. So, and he's like, God, you have a lot of bags. And I was like, that's because you keep taking my bags. If you just left my bag sitting here, we would not be in this position right now, because I would have a bag that is half empty that I could put more stuff in. So, every time we go somewhere, it's the same argument. But this is probably the first time in a long time that we left the house and we didn't get a mile away and have somebody go, I forgot this, we have to turn around and go back. We didn't have to turn around and come back. It was a Christmas in July miracle, let me tell you, because that never happens. It's always something. It's usually the Discovery Pass or sunglasses or sandals or something. So nobody forgot anything. Well, it turns out I did forget something. I did forget to pack aloe vera. Yeah, I was trying to not overpack because I get accused of overpacking, which I do. So I was like, no, it's going to be fine. Nope, we needed that. Yeah, so we got on the road and there actually wasn't that much traffic. I don't know if it was because it's the day after the 4th of July, so maybe traffic wasn't bad or it just wasn't bad yet because maybe everybody's, hungover from blowing up the neighborhood. I don't know. I don't care. And since I drive, I'm the one who deals with the trafficage. And so we always stop at this one town. Okay, why won't you go in there? We always stop at this one town and they have like a arcade place where it's like an arcade and bumper cars and go-karts and laser tag and that kind of stuff. It's a little, it's not the most high-tech thing, but it works. We always stop there because, kill time on the way there because you can't check into the hotel until 4. So you want to beat traffic, but you don't want, to be just sitting around because there's only so much to do in the little town that we go to. And if you use up all of your touristy things too early on in the trip, you're going to be bored. So we always stop at this little place and we did the go-karts and, I'm a little competitive when it comes to driving. I like to drive fast, safe, but fast. So we all drive and we were doing it, going around the track, and I was kind of trying to be my daughter's kind of buffer. So I was trying to weave and bob behind her so, her dad and her brother couldn't pass her too many times because they're aggressive with that. But I was, so focused on, driving and I pinched something in my back. I was like, oh no, I'm injured, but I'm in the middle of the race. I can't stop now. But oh man, it hurt for I think 2 days. I was like, oh my gosh, this is how you know you're getting old, when you can't even go on the go-karts without feeling like you pulled something. Ugh. Yeah, but so she did come in last place, but she was fine. She expected it, but yeah, so I was like, we got off the go-karts and I had to say, I'm just going to sit here for a minute because this hurts. My husband's like, really? You had to hurt yourself beginning of the trip? I was like, I didn't hurt myself. It's just a flesh wound. It's fine. Like, just give me a few minutes and, yeah, no, it took 2 days. So they did all that stuff. My son, his high score on, I don't remember what game it was, one of the like Flappy Birds or the piano game. I don't remember which ones. Maybe it was both. His high score was still there from last summer. So he was really excited about that. Then he was trying to get all the high score positions. Like, okay, you go for it, dude. You go for it. And my daughter's more interested in playing the games where you can win, balls and keychains and the garbage, basically. I'm like, she's getting all mad because she can't win this Stitch keychain. And I was like, sweetie, just, it's costing you $1 each time. We could, and you can't do the logic with, I could just buy you that keychain on Amazon for, blah, blah, blah. Nope. We got to win that specific one. So my husband did win her one, but then she wanted the other one. And I'm like, oh, goodness. So finally, we called it good because I was like, nope. Everybody's getting angry and pissed off. And then my son tried to go win it for her, but the controls were a little suspicious, And he's like, no, no, I'm going to keep playing until I get it. And I'm like, dude, ease up. It's just a game. He's like, no, she wants it. I'm going to get it. I mean, sweet big brother. I appreciate that. And I'm like, I will literally order that on Amazon right now. So please stop. You're getting all ragey. And then of course, other people are watching, and other parents, they're laughing. Not like laughing at him, but they're just laughing at the situation because they understand. They understand the child anger breakdown of not being able to win at, a game like that. Yeah, so we had lunch, we did that, and I was like, yes, it's 3:30. So let's go ahead to the hotel and, unpack, and then we'll go to dinner, blah, blah, blah. So we drive, and it's probably a 20-minute drive from the fun center, which, funny fact, it's actually attached to a mall that's, I don't know if the mall's been condemned, but the mall is basically sinking into the ground. So the entire mall is closed. I mean, and this mall was already, just sad and depressing before that. But there was a movie theater attached to the mall, and they can't do it because something about, and I could be wrong, I could be remembering wrong, so don't quote me on this. Something about when they built the mall, they didn't put in the right kind of foundation, and the land was very sinky. So the whole mall is closed, and this newer building with the arcade fun center thing is attached to it, and you can actually, I'll put a picture. Editing, Kristen, remind yourself to put a picture. There's, because it used to open into the mall, and now there's these glass doors, and you can see into the mall, and it's just, it's just empty and sad. And there's some dead trees, which I kind of feel bad for the trees. It's not their fault. They got left in the abandoned mall, but, So we went to the hotel, because I'm like, okay, great. We'll get checked in, blah, blah, blah. I had to wait, 10 minutes to even talk to the front desk. And she looked at my driver's license, and she's like, yeah, no, your room is not ready. And I'm like, what? She goes, no. Because we're so far behind. We're short-staffed. And I guess people have been trashing the hotel rooms. She said people have been punching holes in the walls, like putting the furniture outside on the balconies. Like, what? I don't understand how people even think that is an okay thing to do. But that's just, I guess, I don't know. That's just not how I was raised. So we, treated things with respect. So she's like, no. She goes, I'm really sorry. She's like, I don't know what time your room's going to be ready. And I'm like, okay. So she said, I can call you. And I said, can you text me? And she's like, oh yeah, that's even better. And I said, okay, well, we're going to go eat, figure something out. So we went to the pizza place, and I don't like going places with all of my, my belongings in my car. Because it just takes one peek inside the car to see, suitcases and stuff. So it just makes me nervous. I don't like doing it, but, we kind of had to. And we went to the pizza place, and I was like, take your time, kids, because I don't know how long it's going to be. And so they got, I had like a strawberry lemonade or a strawberry spritzer drink. $4.50 for a drink that's basically a fountain drink. I'm like, sweet baby Jesus. I was like, do you guys want a refill? And they're like, no, we're good. And I'm like, no, you get a refill, because I just paid $4.50 for you to have one beverage, so you get that refill. And I made the mistake of not reminding people to pee before we left the pizza place. My bad. So we were getting up to leave, because, we had sat there for almost an hour. And I was like, okay, we got to go, because they're starting to, fill up with people. And, I don't want to take a table from, more paying customers. And then my daughter was getting upset about something. So I took the bill. I paid. My husband grabbed the backpack that we had, the valuables in, the iPad and that kind of stuff, because I wasn't about to leave that in the car. So she was getting upset about something, and so he was trying to calm her down, and he was trying to remember not to leave, the backpack full of expensive electronics in the pizza place. And we had purposely ordered more pizza, because then it's like, well, great, we'll just have pizza for lunch one day, and that'll save us a meal out. Yeah, no. We went to the waterfront because we were thinking we would get ice cream, and the ice cream place had a huge line, and we were like, oh, maybe not. And we were driving back, and I said, did you get the pizza? And he's like, no. And so we were passing the pizza place, so he jumped out of the car. Yeah, they had already, in like 5 minutes, which most restaurants don't clean things that fast, they had already cleaned the table off, thrown the pizza box away. I'm like, oh, that sucks. Because, food is expensive when you eat out. And so we had purposely ordered, large pizzas, 2 large pizzas, so we had extras for lunch the next day. So we could have just probably ordered one pizza and saved ourselves, $20. So yeah, so he was kind of pissy that he forgot the pizza. Is an honest mistake. No one else was mad at him or anything, but he was just more mad at himself. And so we went to this little drugstore. And, it's like a little mom and pop drugstore that's probably been down there since, the town opened. And I think we got like a notepad and something else. And we're walking to the front, and my daughter goes, I have to pee. I'm like, what? She's like, I have to pee. I'm like, why couldn't have you peed at the pizza place? The pizza place has clean bathrooms. I know they have clean bathrooms. So we go up to the front, and, we ask the lady at the cashier, and I'm like, do you have a bathroom? And she's like, no, sorry, we don't allow the public to use our bathrooms. And there was a guy sitting there as well. And I think he was selling, I don't know if he worked there, he was selling things. I couldn't quite understand the situation, and I didn't ask. And he goes, no, he goes, somebody ruined it for all of us. And I was like, somebody ruined it for you? And I guess without getting too graphic, someone went in there. He goes, yeah, some guy had a huge blowout in there. And I was like, oh. And of course my daughter's like, what's a blowout? And I'm like, kind of like a poo storm. She's like, oh God. I'm like, yeah. So they don't allow people to use their bathrooms, which if I had a store, I don't know if I'd want the public to use my bathroom either, especially if I had to use it, during the day or several times a day, because people are nasty. Seemingly, obviously, because like some guy poo stormed the bathroom, and just like at the hotel with people trashing the hotel rooms. I don't understand why people think that kind of behavior is okay. I just don't get it. So she's like, well, I have to go. And I'm like, well, where the heck can we go, And so they were like, well, the Dollar General's got really nice bathrooms. And I'm like, I'm seeing the inside of the Dollar General, but okay. We were going to go there anyway. So we went to Dollar General. And I kind of wish we had a Dollar General near us, but we do not. Just because I'd love to see, different areas, what they're like and all that stuff. So we went to Dollar General, and she had to use the bathroom, and yeah. Let's just say yeah. So she went in, and she was in there not long, and she came out, and she goes, oh my God, that bathroom smelled disgusting. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's a public bathroom. She said it smelled like rotten eggs. And I was like, oh, that's gross. She goes, I don't know what was in the trash can. Something was in there. And I was like, I don't know, but I ain't going in there to check. So yeah, but we got lots of, snackages and all that. That's stuff that you need when you go on vacation. Because, if me spending, $20 at Dollar General on candy and snacks saves me money further down the trip about, not going and eating some other horribly expensive snack food or whatever, then hey, that's cool. So we went to Dollar General, and I'm like, okay, it's 6 o'clock. they've got to be ready by now. You know, maybe they're just, she didn't have time to text me. Back to the hotel we go. And we went in and they're like, no, sorry. I'm like, really? You know, because there's nothing left to do. You know, we're tired. We've been driving and, you know, just out all day. Like, I just want to sit down and just relax for a few minutes, maybe. So she's like, it's probably going to be another hour. And I'm like, what the hell are we going to do for an hour? So we sat, they have like a little lobby area, right? And it's called the kids, I think it's kids zone or kids corner. So they have like a ping pong table and they have some of those arcade games that you don't need coins for. Like, I think you can buy them at Costco or something. Like, or you buy them on Amazon, I'm sure. And so, you know, we did some of that. They have a big Connect 4 thing. They have, you know, puzzles and card games, but you're just mentally done. So finally at 7:30. 7:30. They're like, yep, they're just finishing vacuuming. So we'll get you checked in. I'm like, oh my God. So they did get it all finished and we were able to go upstairs, but oh my goodness. I'm like, I am exhausted. It's like I haven't really done that much today, but I am tired. And then of course, you know, my back hurt because I had to be the most extreme race car driver ever. So we got all that done, and then I had no energy to diamond paint. I'm like, no, I can't even think about it, because you know, once you go to a hotel, you have to unpack all your cold stuff, and I mean, our cold stuff was not cold anymore. It was pretty warm. Luckily, all we had was like Costco muffins and the beverages and stuff, so it wasn't like anything got ruined, but I'm not going to bring anything that could get ruined next time in case the same thing happens. So finally, yeah, we got to the hotel room, unpacked. You're just sitting there like, okay, I'm done. So then I sit down and I start watching a video, and it's a video where someone, I'm not going to name names, but I'll post the video in the description box, that is talking about people staying in hotel rooms and dead bodies being shoved in the bed frames and under the box springs and under the floorboards. And I'm like, wow, thanks, person. Thanks a lot. I swear, I can't prove it. I don't think she did it on purpose, but yeah. So luckily for us, the bed frames are super metal and pokey, and there's nowhere to hide a body. So we did check. We checked under the beds and in all the closets after that, and there were no dead bodies. So that's great. Okay, I'm going to open up. Whoa, that's a lot. Okay, just open a little bit. Let's go like that. Okay, this is still P. Yeah, so no dead bodies. Thank you, goodness. Thank you. But we had some very noisy neighbors. And this is an older hotel, so the walls are, you know, they're thin. You expect it. I could hear the people next to us. I could hear one of them snoring. And my husband jokes that I could hear a mouse fart 3 counties away. And I definitely heard that person snoring. He could not hear it. I was like, how are you not hearing that? It is a weird grinding, grating, like, not, again, with the sounds, it's not a uniform sound. It's all over the place. It's not like shoo, shoo. It's and then nothing. And then a few little snores, and then a loud snore. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. Finally I fell asleep. And you know, I should have brought my pillow, but I didn't, because I'm trying not to overpack. And oh doggies. 4 a.m. I get woken. Woken? Is that the right word? I'm not sure. Let me know. By people talking. And I'm like, there's nobody in my room. Why am I hearing a conversation like somebody is literally leaning over me and talking? Well, it was the neighbors. Because the walls are so thin, they were in their room, and I swear they were sitting right next to the wall that our bed was leaning on, and they were talking and laughing and arguing and swearing and calling each other names. And it sounded like there were 4 people in this room, and it is not a big room. So I don't know how many people they had like stashed in that room. Yeah. I'm sitting there like, okay, maybe they're just, going fishing, because it's kind of like a fishing town. Maybe they're going fishing. Maybe they're just getting up so they can, get the hell out of the room. Some of them left. And these, again, older hotel. And the doors are very, very, very heavy. And they slam if you don't hold on to the handle and close it gently. So they were coming in and out of their room over and over and over, slamming the doors. I'm just like, oh my gosh. After the talking did not stop, I went and laid on the couch in the living room, because I was like, I got no sleep the previous night because of the 4th of July and, loud noises. I was like, I need to get some sleep, or I am going to be very unpleasant to everybody in my family. So I really didn't get much sleep. And we went to the beach the next day, which was fun. I always volunteer to make sure that the belongings that we bring to the beach don't get stolen. So that was good. But my poor son, he did not put sunscreen on his feet. He put sunscreen on before we left the room, and he was wearing socks. And we told him to put sunscreen on his feet, but he was freaking out about something or other, and he did not. And the next day, his feet were bright red and very painful looking. But my daughter and my husband, they found like a whole plethora of sand dollars. They came back arms full of sand dollars. I was like, what the heck? I've never seen that many intact sand dollars in my life. They found 83 sand dollars. And, first I was a little suspicious. I'm like, did you just go and murder a sand dollar family? I mean, I don't know how that works, but they said no, they were just laying there. And it was weird because the beach was busy. So I don't know. So they got their quota in sand dollars. I made sure that the towel did not blow away. I had on my swim shirt, my sun shirt, and my giant hat, and lots and lots and lots of sunscreen. I did not get sunburned, shockingly. But like I said, something did irritate my skin. So it could have been the sun, it could have been the sunscreen, it could have, I'm not really sure what. But it's fine. All right, go back to number 9. Where is number 9? I had it in my hands. It's right here. I just didn't push it. I just didn't put it back. So my daughter, she didn't like the sleeping arrangements, and we get like a bigger room, and it's kind of hard to explain how it's laid out, but there was a room with 2 queen size beds, and the kids were sleeping there, and then there's kind of like a back bedroom, and so we slept there. Well, she didn't like where she was sleeping. She didn't like the bed she was using. So then we swapped beds with her and my son. Then she realized that, in her words, if somebody breaks in, they're going to murder me first because they'll see me first. So then she wanted to swap back with him. And him being the good sport that he is, he said, okay, good, fine, they can murder me. Such a sweet boy. Yeah. So always something to argue and freak out about. We brought night lights because the rooms are very dark, and weirdly, do they just not put alarm clocks or clocks with like at all in hotel rooms anymore. I mean, I'm sure they just assume that we all have cell phones. But when I wake up in the middle of the night, it would be nice to kind of maybe be able to see a clock without having to feel around for my phone. And again, older hotels, they don't have enough outlets for all of the electronical devices and things that we plug in. So if we want to plug in like our cell phones or anything, then you almost have to decide, okay, well, do I want to charge my cell phone or do I want to have a lamp? Tough call, tough call. And there's no overhead lights because, again, why would you have overhead lights? That would be helpful. So everything is a lamp that you have to physically turn on and use an electrical outlet for. So yeah, I never understood that. I would think, I mean, I don't know. Nobody asked me when they were designing hotels. So they slept okay at least because they couldn't hear the neighbors. Then the next day, oh my gosh, the next day the neighbors, I don't remember what their names are, and not that I want to use their real names, you know, to protect the identities. So I'm just going to say that I think the lady, let's call the lady Sharon, and the guy Bob. So we heard a ruckus in the hallway, lots of yelling, and Sharon was not happy with Bob because apparently Bob had been diddling in other places, and she had found proof that he had been stepping out on her. So there was some yelling, there was lots of swearing. It was semi-entertaining, and it was during the middle of the day, for at least, you know, they weren't doing it at night. So that was interesting. I think Bob did get back in her good graces because it sounded like everybody was in the room later based on the volume of conversations, and then the talking the next morning at 3 a.m. They were up at 3 a.m. the next day. I'm like, mother truckers, I just want to get some sleep. So they were up at 3 a.m. going in and out of the room again. Then they forgot how to use the key card for the hotel. Now, it is an older hotel, like I've said, but they have, you know, newer hotel key card systems where you literally tap the key card on the little sensor and magically the door opens. Yeah, they could not figure out how to open their door. I don't know if they were on something or they were just stupid. Maybe a little of both. But at 7 a.m., they're out there in the hallway yelling at each other because the key card is not working. He's like, Sharon, call Bill or call whoever. And I'm like, what? And she's like, what? Or no, Brian. It was call Brian. Call Brian. Brian will know what to do. It's like, if it doesn't work, you go down to the front desk. I mean, that's pretty basic, right? Nope. They had to sit out there. Finally, my husband just kind of opened the door and he's like, really? Could you shut up? So finally, I think one of the housekeeping ladies let them into their room. But I'm just like, oh my God. I just want to sleep. So there was multiple nights of not getting any sleep at all, which is never good for me, I must say. What else? Yeah, so we went to lunch one day too, and this place used to have really, really big portions, so I was excited, and I was like, I'm gonna get the salmon Caesar salad. Yeah, no, this salad used to be massive, and I'll put a picture. My hand was almost bigger than the bowl that the salad came in, and it was $22.99 for, it was the size of a side salad. I was like, we gotta stop eating out when we get home because this is stupid. I mean, I understand you're on vacation, you have to, but holy moly, I could not believe it. And normally, my husband would get the they have like a fish and chips, and they have it's like a cod. I don't know the fish. But he got a different kind of fish and chips this time. And usually it's a really, really big portion. It was so freaking tiny. Again, I'll put a picture, my hand for scale. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, when I can eat my whole meal and think to myself, I could eat a little bit more, that's when you know you're not getting enough food. I mean, my husband was still hungry after his 2 flat, sad pieces of fish and fries that he ate. Part of my son's like hamburger that he couldn't eat because the hamburger was actually really big, and then some of my daughter's fries. Like, oh my gosh, that is just no. That is just a whole bucket of no. But we did have ice cream for dinner one night. That was my choice. And then it's like one of the kids is like, well, I feel like we should have regular dinner. And I'm like, I am offering ice cream for dinner, and I am a like rule follower. So the fact that I am saying we can have ice cream for dinner and you're trying to like have me question that, just no. You're not my child anymore. You're dead to me. No, I'm just kidding. So, but we did get ice cream for dinner, and we did bring what do you call it? Like Easy Mac cup of noodle type things, because we did have a little kitchenette. So I was like, if you're hungry when we get back after your giant thing of ice cream, you can make some Easy Mac. So that was that. I keep dropping randomy drills. One thing I did notice, there's a lot of dogs down there. There were a lot of corgis, or dogs that kind of look corgi-esque, like don't Shiba Inus. No, I'm probably saying it wrong. Just lots of low to the ground dogs that are a little chunky and a lot adorable. I was digging it. My daughter loves corgis, so she was all over that. She's like, oh my god, look at all the corgis. I'm like, there are a lot of corgis here. But it's so sad because there's so many stores down there that just, I don't know, they can't stay open, you know, with tourism and all that stuff. It makes me sad. But we had this one, we were going to go to this, there's a Mexican restaurant, and I guess then there's like another Mexican place that's more of a taqueria place. And the Mexican restaurant was closed on Saturday and Sunday. I've never experienced a restaurant in a like tourist area during the summer being closed on a Saturday, because I would think you would get a lot of people, but maybe they don't. I don't know. Maybe they're understaffed. So that was a bummer, because we didn't realize that until Saturday when we wanted to go. So then we were thinking we would go to the taqueria on Sunday. Well, then a quick Google search showed me that they were not open on Sundays. I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay. So kind of whittles down your food choices. It's like, I really don't want to have another hamburger or, you know, more chicken nuggets or, you know, pizza again. We did have pizza again because, I mean, there's only so many things you can eat. We had barbecue once. We had the fish and chips place once, which then, you know, one kid had a quesadilla, one had a hamburger, and yeah, just, I always say we need to bring, you know, pre-made meals and stuff like that. But if we would have brought pre-made meals, there's a good chance that everything would have been warm by the time we were able to put it in the refrigerator. And we did have ice packs in our car and in the cooler and all that. It's just when you leave at 10 a.m. and your car is very, very hot because it was like the late 80s on that day, you know, the ice can only do so much. But everybody had a good time for the most part. my son has a friend who lives at another ocean town nearby. And so we arranged to meet up with him and his mom and like in like a middle ground area. And so he's staying over there for a few days. And then my daughter was supposed to go over to grandma and grandpa's house for a day or two. And I was going to get some glorious, glorious alone time. But the weather is basically being mean, and their house gets way, 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 way too hot for her to be able to stay over there comfortably. We have a heat pump, which acts as an air conditioner in the summertime. It's not an official air conditioner, but it definitely cools the air and keeps it cooler than not having it. So I am not going to punish my daughter and give her heat stroke just because I want some alone time. So she was supposed to go over there today, but it was 80 degrees in the bedroom that she'd be sleeping in, and that was at 9 a.m. So I said, no, thank you. She said, no, thank you as well. So we're going to aim for tomorrow. It's supposed to be cooler. It's supposed to be 85, which honestly for me is still way too hot, but that's okay. And we will aim for that. But then I have to go pick up my son, and I have to drive, 2 hours away to go pick him up. So half my day is going to be spent doing travel arrangements. So tomorrow will not be a day of, relaxing either. Today was supposed to be that day, but that's okay. It's okay. I got to be flexible. I got to be more flexible and be able to go with the flow, which I'm not good at all. So she's going to help me. She's going to help me with an unboxing. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I guarantee you it will be a trip on the Hot Mess Express. So if anything, it will be entertaining. There's that. I'm hoping to finish up Mr. SpongeBob this week, maybe. And I do have a video that I have recorded already, but I just haven't put it up yet. And it's the Folk Deer post review and kit down. And I have another different budget company that I've had good luck with. Oh, that's not the right one. I almost put that in the wrong container. So yeah, that. There were some trash ones in here. I will get those the next time I work on this canvas. Let's see, do number 5. I was concerned about some of the colors in this, I will say, because there are some kind of like greens like this, but it adds kind of as, shading and whatnot. So yeah, let me know if what you guys have purchased recently. Did anyone purchase the Diamond Art Club, the new Elizabeth Ward-esque storage containers? I am not going to purchase them, mainly because most of the kits I do have more than 54 colors. And I don't like using 2 Elizabeth Ward trays for one painting. So if I have a painting that has a bunch of drills and more than however many will fit in my Elizabeth Ward, then I will probably use a bottle case, because I can use 2 rows of a bottle case and just put it in my little rolly cart. But for some reason 2 Elizabeth Ward trays just, I don't know why my brain can't process that. So I don't like the fact there's only 54 containers of the various sizes. I was hoping that when I saw the picture that somebody had posted in the Facebook group, that I was hoping the lids of the containers would be pink, just because pink's my favorite color. But it's just the tray lid itself, and I never use those. So I'm like, well, that's kind of, that's kind of sad. But again, they're not just catering to me. But the price tag, I was a little surprised about because $45 US just seems a little steep, honestly. When you can get Elizabeth Ward's in either, the multiple size one or just all little ones, you can get, them for, $30 or under on Amazon. Or, I mean, some people even said they got a 2-pack for like 45, $50. Like, I don't know. So we'll see. But if you bought them, let me know, because I'm interested in how they're like the sturdiness and all that stuff. It will be great for a small kit. For me personally, I mean, most of my kits are bigger or they have more colors. So I don't think it would really work for me personally. But that doesn't mean it won't work for you. And then they had what were they, signs? I thought that was interesting that they're branching out into more of the off the canvas items. I don't know. For me personally, again, just me, not throwing shade at anybody. I feel like there's so many off the canvas items out there already. Like, I mean, you can buy them on Amazon or, the budget companies. I guess I just feel like maybe Diamond Art Club's a little late to the party on that one. And if they're, more expensive, I don't know. I mean, I know there's lots of diehard Diamond Art Club people who will buy whatever they make. But like, I don't know. That's just not really my thing. I was surprised with those Harry Potter ones, what do you call them? The little plasticky ones. I thought they came in sets. I didn't realize they were $14.99 each. And I'm like, I am not a Harry Potter fan, really, but definitely not for $14.99 for one little figure. No, thank you. I will leave that for everyone else to get. But that's just not my thing. And that's okay. That's the amazing part about crafting and doing things, is that we have so many different things that interest different people. That's why it's so cool that we have so many companies now that, maybe specialize and cater to, certain types of art versus, others. Like there's more horror companies coming out, or more diamond painting companies that feature darker art, which, is cool, because I know some of the other companies have kind of gotten away from that genre, as but anywho's, yes. And my poor feet hurt so bad because I have these, they're like hot. Okay, can I not pick these up? I don't have enough in my tray. That's why, dingy. I have Croc sandals, right? Because everybody's like, Crocs are amazing. Crocs are the most comfortable shoes known to mankind. No, they're not. Because I have Croc sandals and I wore them and they tore my feet up so bad that I have skin missing in between my toes from where the sandal rubbed and flubbed and all the stuff. So I stand firmly by my Crocs were made by the devil. So no, thank you. I am going to pass on the Crocs. I ordered myself a pair of Sanuk sandals, which I should have just done because those are the yoga mat sandals. They are amazing. I love them so much, and I thought I could deviate and cheat on them, and I'm sorry, Sanuk sandals. I won't do it again. All right, guys. I am going to call it here. I need to clean up some messes because we're not fully unpacked yet, and upload this, do the stuff, Gotta get my daughter. She's gonna help me do the unboxing. Stay tuned for that. It will be a train wreck and a half. I guarantee it. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you have not, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, hearting, farting, doing all the things, and I will see you again very, very soon. Big awkward hugs. Bye, guys.